My loving audience take my love and subscribes my channel. And dive B&B stories. Is Brooke Logan about to lose her daughter forever? And the worst part is she doesn't even know she's the one holding the match? Well, think about it for a second. We are watching the Logan family tree basically set itself on fire in real time. And the smoke is already filling every corner of Forrester Creations. Was Hope's sudden jump to the Logan brand just a smart career move? Or is Katie Logan finally pulling the strings to tear down her sister's legacy once and for all? Honestly, the fashion world in LA is a total powder keg right now, and Katie didn't just light the match, she poured the gasoline. For years, Katie lived in the shadow of the quintessential vixen Brooke Logan. But things have changed. Katie isn't that shy, homely introvert anymore. She has turned into a corporate shark with a very specific target in her sights, and she is not planning to miss. The funny thing is, the team at Forrester Creations actually thought they were back on top of the world. They were busy popping champagne and celebrating Eric's big return to couture, totally oblivious to the fact that Logan was quietly stealing their most valuable asset. And I'm talking about Hope Logan. This isn't just about hemlines or who gets the best runway date. This is a massive shift in power that Brooke never saw coming. Why? Because her own ego got in the way. Brooke just assumed she had a peace treaty with her sister. She didn't realize Katie was busy finding legal loopholes to get around their deal. By hiring Hope, who is technically a Spencer through her marriage, Katie followed the rules but completely stabbed Brooke in the back. It really goes to show that in the Logan house, blood is definitely thinner than a designer silk blend. Let's look at the psychology behind that slap that has everyone talking. Was this really just about a business disagreement? Definitely not. When Brooke slapped Katie, it was a desperate move to shut down a truth she just can't face. Katie hit a massive nerve when she suggested that Brooke views her own daughter, Hope, as a dirty little mistake from a scandalous affair. If you think about it, Brooke is stuck in this mental loop where she has to believe she's the perfect mother. But let's be real. Her history of putting Rich Forrester above her own kids tells a much different story. In my opinion, that slap was Brooke's way of admitting she's guilty without ever saying the words. She can't stand that Katie sees the truth about Hope's heart more clearly than she does. Katie is using all that old resentment as fuel now. She's turning her past as the forgotten sister into a weaponized business plan. It's a brilliant but cold-blooded way to handle a sibling rivalry, don't you think? How did Katie outfox the legendary Brooke Logan so easily? It's actually pretty simple. She used Brooke's own narrow definitions against her. Brooke told her sister that Logan should only hire Spencers, totally forgetting that her own daughter carries that name. This wasn't just getting lucky, like Katie smugly told her sister. It was a calculated ambush. Katie knew Brooke would never see Hope as anything other than an extension of the Logan Forrester family. This psychological blind spot is Brooke's biggest weakness. She thinks she owns people instead of seeing them as their own person. Katie's move here is honestly breathtaking because it makes Brooke look like a fool in her own house. Honestly, I agree with what Katie did here. If you're going up against a legend like Brooke, you have to stop playing fair and start playing for keeps. The tension really peaks when Brooke marches into Katie's office demanding to know how they found a designer so fast. And get this, while they're screaming at each other, Hope is literally hiding behind a changing screen listening to every word. Can you imagine how that feels? It's the perfect metaphor for Hope's entire life, isn't it? She's always been stuck between the Logan destiny and the Forrester legacy, and now she's literally lurking in the shadows of the mess she helped create. Internally, Hope has to be feeling a mix of power and crushing guilt. She wanted her line, "Hope for the future," to be a priority, but when Steffi and Ridge shelved it, she felt like trash. By teaming up with Katie, she's not just starting a new job. She's starting an insurrection against her own family. Katie is totally exploiting Hope's need to be seen to keep her loyal to the Logan brand.
Now let's talk about that moment at Forrester Creations when Dottie Bright drops the bombshell. The look on Steffi's face was priceless, right? Dottie revealed that Logan is launching their collection tomorrow, which is a total nightmare for the Forresters. This isn't just a scheduling issue. It's a direct attempt to steal Eric's return to glory moment. Katie and Bill Spencer aren't just launching a line. They are trying to delete the Forrester narrative entirely. From an analytical view, this is a classic first mover move. They want to make the Forresters show look like old news before it even happens. This puts Ridge and Steffi on the defense, which is exactly when they start making huge mistakes. My take? Bill Spencer is the mastermind here, pushing everyone to see people as business and nothing more. And it's causing huge problems for his son, Will. Speaking of Will, he is carrying a massive burden right now. He's stuck keeping these huge secrets while trying to date a Forrester, Electra. Bill's lecture to him that this is business is such a classic, cold Spencer move. He's basically forcing his son to choose between his dad's approval and his girlfriend's trust. That kind of pressure is a disaster waiting to happen. The guilt Will feels while standing in that outdoor shower isn't just about a secret. It's about him realizing he might be turning into his father. I honestly think Bill is being incredibly short-sighted here. He's risking his son's happiness just to get a one-day lead on a fashion show. Things are getting worse by the minute as the House of Logan gets ready for the runway. The Forresters are reeling, Brooke is on a warpath, and Hope is about to step out from behind that screen and into a total firestorm. When the world sees that the new face of Logan is actually a Forrester-trained Logan, the fallout is going to be insane. I'm predicting that the Hope Logan launch will be the biggest success Logan has ever had, but it's going to cost Brooke and Hope their relationship for years. Steffi Forrester isn't going to just sit there either. Expect her to strike back at Hope's personal life, not just her business. And what about Will and Electra? Their relationship is probably going to explode. Katie might win this fashion war, but she's going to be very lonely at the top once Brooke and Hope realize they've been manipulated. This whole situation makes me wonder if Brooke ever actually learned her lesson from the past. Looking at the history of her character, she has been a slave to destiny for nearly 40 years. She has fought Stephanie Forrester, Taylor Hayes, and now her own sister. But this time, the enemy is inside her own house. Brooke thinks she's defending the Forrester legacy, but she's really just defending her own pride. When she called Katie a homely introvert, it showed that Brooke still sees her sister as the little girl who didn't matter. But Katie has grown up. She's a powerhouse in the story, and she is playing a game that Brooke doesn't even understand yet. Katie's duplicity might be hard to watch, but you have to admit it's effective. She got Brooke to agree to terms that legally allow Hope to leave Forrester without Brooke being able to say a word about the contract. It's the ultimate gotcha moment. And what about Eric Forrester? He's the heart of that company, and he's being caught in the crossfire of a Logan sister feud again. It seems like no matter how much time passes, the Logans and the Forresters are destined to destroy each other in the name of fashion and love. The upcoming episodes are going to be legendary for all the wrong reasons, if you're a Forrester fan. We've got Donna Logan caught in the middle, Bill putting the screws to Wyatt, and the House of Logan finally hitting that runway. The tension between Liam and Hope is also reportedly reaching a breaking point, which only adds more fuel to the fire. Can Hope really handle the pressure of being the face of a rival brand while her mother is screaming at the woman who hired her? It feels like Hope is trying to prove she can be a Logan on her own terms, but she's doing it by using the Spencer name as a shield. It's a messy, complicated, and totally addictive storyline.
Will is stuck in the middle, Electra is about to be blindsided, and Bill just keeps saying it's business like a broken record. Is Bill right? Is it all just business? Or is he tearing his family apart for a better profit margin? We're going to find out very soon. Make sure you stay tuned because when that first model walks out for Logan, everything at Forrester is going to change forever. The war is here and nobody is safe. I also have to mention how brilliant it is that the show brought back Morgan Fairchild as Dottie Bright to deliver the bad news. It adds that extra layer of fashion world glamour to the betrayal when Dottie and Joseph are sitting there with their champagne, toasting Eric's success. And then Dottie just casually mentions that Logan is dropping a line tomorrow. That is peak soap opera drama. It's like a slap in the face without anyone actually raising a hand. Ridge and Steffi are going to be on the defense for the first time in a long time. And I honestly think they aren't prepared for it. They've spent so much time worrying about Sheila Carter or their own personal lives that they let the competition sneak up right behind them. And now they have to deal with the fact that the competition is Brooke's own daughter. It's a perfect storm of family drama and corporate espionage. I can't wait to see the look on Brooke's face when she sees the Hope Logan logo on that runway. It's going to be the shock of a lifetime. Do you think Brooke will ever forgive Hope for this? Or is the Logan family permanently broken? Only time will tell, But I'm betting on a lot more screaming matches before we get any kind of peace. Think about Brooke's long history for a minute. She has been the quintessential vixen since 1987. She's survived miscarriages, paternity scandals, and marrying into the Forrester family multiple times. She even created the belief formula and fought her way to becoming CEO of Forrester Creations by owning 51% of the company at one point. She's a chemist, a model, and a businesswoman who doesn't give up. So when she sees her own legacy being used against her, she isn't just going to sit quietly. Brooke is a fighter. But this time, she might be fighting a battle she's already lost. The sources say she has no clue her daughter is helping build a house to destroy her, and that is going to break her heart. Imagine the betrayal. She's been gushing about Hope coming home, while Hope has been signing contracts to leave. And let's not forget the great waffle game of Hope Logan. She picks Logan today, but how long will it last? She felt marginalized at Forrester, like her work didn't matter. Donna saw it coming, but Brooke just wouldn't listen. Brooke thought Hope was just on a temporary leave. But the truth is Hope is making her own move. She is ready to make a big splash, just not where her mother expected. This is a huge risk for Hope too. If Logan fails, she's burned her bridges at Forrester. But if it succeeds, she's the one who took down her mother's dynasty. It's a win-lose situation either way. Then there's the Ridge and Taylor drama happening in the background. Ridge just got engaged to Taylor, but everyone can see he's still looking at Brooke. If Brooke is distracted by this war with Katie and Hope, it might push her closer to Nick Marone, who's back in town and circling her like a shark. Ridge's jealousy is a ticking time bomb. This fashion war isn't just about clothes. It's about the emotional stability of every single person in these families. Will Ridge abandon Taylor again to save Brooke from her sister? It's a cycle we've seen for decades, and it usually ends with Taylor getting her heart broken. And what about the potential for actual sabotage? Some theories suggest Brooke and Ridge might launch a media blitz to smear Logan. They could claim Katie poached Eric while he was vulnerable, or that the designs are just knockoffs. They might even file lawsuits to stop the launch. But Brooke might go even further. We're talking about sneaking backstage to break zippers, swap outfits, or loosen seams to cause embarrassing wardrobe malfunctions on the runway. That would be a ruthless way to tank a reputation before it even starts. If she does that to her own daughter's collection, there is no coming back from that. It would be an all-out war that could destroy the Logans forever. So what do you think? Was Brooke's slap justified because Katie crossed a line? Or has Brooke finally lost her grip on reality? And is Hope being a backstabber for joining Logan? Or is she just a smart businesswoman taking a chance she was denied at Forrester? I want to hear your thoughts. Are you Team Forrester or Team Logan? Drop your theories in the comments, because this is going to be the most explosive week in B&B history. If you love this deep dive into the Logan fashion war, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat of the drama. See you in the next one. Let's dive a little deeper into the history of this rivalry. This isn't just a 2026 problem. This is a decades-long power struggle between sisters. Remember, Brooke is the eldest of the Logan sisters. She has always been the one in the spotlight, the one the men fought over, the one who built the empire. Katie was often the forgotten one. But Katie has been building her own strength for years. She was the one who forgave Brooke and Bill's affair back in the day, but clearly, those wounds never fully healed. Now Katie is taking back her power. She isn't just running a company. She's proving she can beat Brooke at her own game. She's using Bill Spencer's resources, sure, but the decisions are hers. The fact that Donna Logan is caught in the middle is another layer of heartbreak. Donna knows the truth. She's been standing there, listening to Brooke brag about how everything is fine, while knowing that Logan is about to drop a bomb. She's trying to keep the peace, but there is no peace coming. She nearly choked when she heard Brooke talk about hope for the future. It's a tragic position to be in, watching your family walk into an ambush and not being able to say a word. And we have to talk about the hope for the future diamond. Electra Forrester is obsessed with finding it. Why? Because that diamond represents the peak of Forrester's success. If she finds it, it could be the secret weapon Forrester needs to counter the Logan launch. But Wyatt Spencer has been handed that diamond, and he's using it as leverage for his father, Bill. It's like a high-stakes game of chess where every piece is a person or a precious gem. The fallout from this is going to hit the younger generation the hardest. Will Spencer is a good kid, but he's being taught that business comes before love. Bill is basically molding him into a younger version of Dollar Bill. And that is a scary thought. Elektra is going to feel so betrayed when she realizes Will knew about the Logan launch and didn't tell her. It's the classic soap opera tragedy. Two young lovers torn apart by their parents' greed and pride. Is Brooke the wronged mother or the author of her own disaster? That's the question everyone is asking. She's so busy fighting her sister that she completely missed what was happening with her daughter. She failed to see Hope's point, even when it was spelled out for her. She assumes everyone belongs to her, that Forrester is in their blood and DNA, and they could never leave. But she forgot that they are Logans too. And Logans are known for making bold, sometimes scandalous moves. So buckle up, everyone. The next few weeks are going to be a wild ride. We're going to see hearts shattered, slaps thrown, and maybe, just maybe, some people finally getting what they deserve. Will Logan reign supreme, or will the Forresters find a way to crush them? And how many families will be destroyed in the process? We're all waiting for that curtain to rise and for the real war to begin. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts on the slap. Was Brooke crossing a line? Or was Katie the one who pushed her over the edge? I'm dying to hear your take on this sister war. It's one of the biggest storylines we've seen in years, and it's only getting started. Thanks for hanging out with me today for this deep dive. Make sure to like and subscribe for more daily bold and the beautiful commentary. See you in the next one.